Welcome to Lesson 3.3, Start Where You Are, the second of ITIL 4's 7 guiding principles. This principle reminds us that before any improvement can happen, we must first understand where we currently stand. Too often, organizations rush into transformation without assessing what already works. Start Where You Are teaches us to evaluate, appreciate, and build on existing strengths instead of discarding them blindly. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how this principle supports evidence-based progress, reduces risk, and ensures sustainable improvement. Understanding the principle. The core message of Start Where You Are is simple but powerful. Evaluate before you act. Every organization already possesses valuable resources, processes, and knowledge. Rather than starting from scratch, this principle urges us to first identify what's working, what's not, and why. It's about evolution, not revolution, building on proven capabilities rather than constantly reinventing the wheel. By understanding your current state, you create a stronger foundation for meaningful and measurable progress. Why this principle matters? Why does Start Where You Are matter so much? Because without understanding your current situation, change efforts often fail or waste valuable resources. Starting over can lead to loss of institutional knowledge, redundant investments, and unnecessary disruption. By starting where you are, you preserve what already works, identify true improvement areas, earn trust from teams by acknowledging their existing work, minimize risk and avoid change for change's sake. This principle ensures progress that is both realistic and sustainable. Assessing the current state. The first step in applying this principle is conducting a clear, evidence-based assessment of the current state. This involves gathering evidence, use reports, data, and metrics to understand performance, engaging stakeholders, collect input from teams, users, and customers, identifying what works, recognize strengths and successes, pinpointing weaknesses, find pain points and inefficiencies, establishing a baseline, define a measurable starting point for future improvement. The focus is on understanding reality, not assigning blame. Building on what works, once the current state is known, use it as a foundation for progress. Small, focused enhancements often create more value than complete overhauls. For example, instead of replacing your ITSM tool, optimize existing workflows. Instead of reorganizing entire teams, refine roles and responsibilities. Rather than creating new dashboards, improve how metrics reflect business outcomes. Start Where You Are encourages practical, incremental improvement, building on existing successes rather than chasing novelty. Overcoming bias and assumptions. One of the biggest challenges in applying this principle is organizational bias. Teams may assume that anything old is ineffective or that change automatically equals progress. To counter this, leaders must rely on data, not opinions. Best practices include conducting objective evaluations with verified evidence, avoiding premature conclusions or tool-first decisions, collaborating across departments to get a complete picture, recognizing that improvement often comes from refinement, not reinvention. Evidence-based decisions ensure smarter, more confident change. The role of measurement and feedback. Measurement and feedback are essential to this principle. Once you establish a baseline, progress should be tracked and validated. Examples include tracking incident resolution time before and after a process change, measuring customer satisfaction after workflow improvements, comparing cycle time or defect rates before introducing new tools. Feedback loops confirm whether the actions you've taken are truly adding value. This aligns directly with the ITIL principles of progress, iteratively with feedback, and focus on value. Example, applying Start Where You Are. Let's consider a practical example. A retail organization plans to replace its ticketing system with a modern ITSM tool. Before acting, they evaluate the current setup and discover that 80% of tickets are resolved within acceptable SLAs. The real issue lies in inconsistent ticket categorization and user communication. Instead of buying new software, the team improves workflows and trains staff. Result: faster resolutions, happier users, and lower costs. This is Start Where You Are in action. Data-driven, efficient, and effective. How this principle supports the service value system. Within the service value system, Start Where You Are plays a key role in maintaining alignment and efficiency. It supports continual improvement by ensuring changes are evidence-based, governance by promoting transparency and accountability, the service value chain by optimizing plan and improve activities, ITIL practices by reusing proven capabilities and avoiding duplication. This principle ensures that progress is both measurable and sustainable across the entire system. Benefits of applying the principle: organizations that apply start where you are effectively achieve reduced risk and smarter decision-making, lower costs through optimized resource use, higher employee engagement and ownership, faster improvement cycles with less disruption, greater adaptability in changing environments. By respecting existing strengths, this principle helps organizations evolve strategically, not impulsively. To summarize, start where you are is about beginning with awareness and respect for what already exists. It encourages evidence-based decisions, unbiased evaluation, and smart use of resources. By leveraging strengths, minimizing waste, and continuously measuring progress, organizations achieve sustainable improvement without unnecessary upheaval. It's not about starting over. It's about building forward intelligently and purposefully. Excellent work completing Lesson 3.3. You now understand how Start Where You Are helps organizations plan and implement improvement initiatives rooted in evidence, not assumptions. In the next lesson, Lesson 3.4, Progress Iteratively with Feedback, we'll explore how small, incremental progress combined with continuous feedback ensures agility, learning, and lasting success in IT service management. Let's move ahead.